We can't thank him enough. Jason Mewes joining us.
Hey, Jason.
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
We talked to the who was the porn star in that movie with you? Actually, we talked to her.
Katie Morgan.
Katie Morgan.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, Katie Morgan.
Now, how did you perform those scenes without actually taking care of that? Do you have a little do you have a little patch on you?
You know, yeah, there was a little patch on her, a little sock on me.
Yeah, I know
Okay.
that.
You know, I had to make my own little sock too. They sell them. They sell the actual socks for those situations, but they kept falling off. So I had to, rig my own little tube sock with a rubber band piece.
You know the funny. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, the funny part about that movie was you actually could have had sex with her because she's a porn star.
No. You know what? She actually started dating, on set, she started dating a friend of ours. His name is Chip, and she's actually married to him now.
You know what's funny? We talked to her. She said she met her husband on the set of Zack and Mira Make a Porno. I got it. All right.
Yeah. It was a friend, and they started hanging out. They started hanging out, and then they were inseparable. So, but and at that point, I was dating my wife.
Oh, so
we weren't married yet, but yeah, we were dating. So, but it was fun.
So it worked
it
out
was
well.
fun. Got to make pretend, and I got to see a little something. Got to rub against some stuff, but it was fun.
The whole movie's funny as hell, though. It really is a funny movie. Now, explain what this is about. This is Jay and Silent Bob's groovy, super groovy cartoon movie, and a tour with you and Kevin Smith. Explain.
So you're going everywhere the movie goes.
Yeah, so we're gonna tour with the movie. We sit down in the audience. With the audience, watch the movie. It's going to be about 70 minutes long, and then afterwards, we're going to get up there and do a Q&A and Q&A/podcast where we're going to answer a bunch of questions, and then we'll also do sort of our podcast saying we started making this this long ago, and this happened and this happened, and then we'll play a couple games. Because we like to get the audience involved, so we'll have them come up on stage and we play these games, and it'll be fun. It'll be like a 3-hour-long movie Q&A podcast, and
that's
yeah,
cool.
right now we got 20 cities for the first leg of the tour, and we'll see where it goes from there.
You dispense weed and wisdom. It says right here in the page they sent us here, and it's
we try.
Now you're all done with it, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm done. I'm in silver. Yeah, I don't even smoke anymore. Weed, anyway.
Yeah. Okay. When was your rock bottom?
Oh, that was it was like 8 years ago. It was Christmas time. I was living in an apartment with no electric and no gas or anything, and I was using candles to see, and my couch set on fire. I almost burned the place down, and me and the girl I was dating at the time, almost burnt down the apartment. So I woke up from with the flames on my face and was like, wow, this is getting crazy. I got to do something about this. So I got sober. I was sober about 5 years, and then I got surgery, kidney stones. They put a tube in my yeehaw. And they gave me painkillers, and I was like, I can handle it. And that lasted about 14 months of painkillers. And now it's been almost 3 years again.
So you're pretty much afraid to do anything, and you shouldn't do anything right now. You obviously have an addictive personality, right?
By the way, this wasn't weed. This was heroin. You were messed up on heroin, were you not?
Yeah. Painkillers and opiates. I'm a fan of the opiates, but yeah, I realized knock on wood, nothing bad. I don't hurt myself because I don't want to take painkillers. Just straight up aspirin for me these days.
Okay,
so.
Got it. All right. You almost burnt your face off? Jesus, all right.
Yeah.
Now, does Smith still smoke weed, though?
Kelly? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he does. I was going to say he does. So when you guys tour together, is it too much temptation?
No, weed and booze isn't any temptation. I mean, I definitely like my weed. I like my booze, but I don't really crave them where, if I have opiates around me, it'd be tough because I crave them. I like them a lot. And so I stay away from the opiates, away from anyone that does it. Cocaine, those two things, I stay away from people. But weed and booze, it doesn't bother me.
All right, Jason Mewes with us from Jay and Silent Bob. Of course, the Jay and Silent Bob Super Groovy Cartoon Movie Tour kicks off April 20th, and you're going around the country. Is there a website to find out where the tour dates are at?
Yes, it's CSMOD, so SCESMOD.com. groovy movie.
Okay, we'll put a link up to that in our Facebook page for people to check that out. And it involves a cartoon. How hands-on were you with the cartoon? Who does the drawing on the cartoon?
So I produced the cartoon. Kevin had given me a script, and I told him I wanted to try something different than acting.
Cool.
I wanted to maybe direct, produce. He gave me the script, and I found the animator. His name's Steve Stark, and did what I could with the resources we had. So, then we started going over voices, and I set up the sound stage, and I would set up the times, and I got a bunch of cool people, Liza Dushku, John Lovett.
Oh, we like her.
Neil Gaiman. Yeah, a lot of cool people did voiceovers for the characters. It's going to be a lot of fun. The cartoon movie itself, I'm super happy about. I think people are going to enjoy it. And then they get also the bonus of the Q&A and podcast. So I'm super stoked about it.
Did you have any idea that back in '93 or '94 when you were making Clerks that that Labor of Love would be like it is now? I mean, it's pretty much a career for you.
Yeah, I mean, definitely during Clerks, I went right back to work. I was roofing and doing construction.
Right.
And I did that for a couple more years after Clerks. It wasn't until Mallrats that I was like, oh, wow, maybe this is something I could do, some acting, do some movies. I did a movie right after Mallrats called Drawing Flies.
Yep.
And then we were Chasing Amy. So
right.
I got lucky. I got to do like 4 movies back to back. And realized then that I could maybe do this. But the characters themselves, I mean, it's still surreal that, we still get to tour doing our podcast, getting Tom Bob Get Old. And then now the groovy cartoon movie. Kevin's talking about Clerks 3 if everything works out.
Oh, Clerks 3. All right. Cool, man.
Yeah, he announced it. It's not set in stone because we had to, make sure Dante and Randall, Jeff Anderson, Brian Holland are on board.
Yeah,
and he has to clear things up with the studio. He has to do some stuff, but hopefully if all goes as well.
And the donkey is the donkey on board?
That's him too, right?
The donkey, he might be. We got to see if his agent will let him, get the right price. But we'll see. I'm not sure what Kevin, it's the script. He keeps giving me little bits of his story idea, but I'm not the whole thing yet. So.
All right. Well, people haven't seen the original. I know most people have, but that's something that people should go back and visit.
You should see that
it's
one.
It's a great piece of work. The original
see Clerks 2.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think Jason and I ever heard the story about how you got discovered.
With Clerks, Kevin and I grew up, went to the same high school, grew up a block from one another. Yeah, and when I was like 17, he handed me a script and said, hey, I wrote a movie, and I wrote a character based off how I acted. Him and I met, I was like 13 when him and I met, and that's exactly the character Jay in Clerks is how I acted. I used to pull my pants down, I'd pull my yam bags out, I would scream stuff to young ladies and stuff and dance around. I was pretty obnoxious. So, besides selling weed at that in that character sells weed in front of the store.
Right.
Besides that was me to a T. I smoked a lot of weed back then, around 16, 17. So definitely. And yeah, it was like, yeah, whatever. And then again, we shot Clerks, and I didn't think anything about it, and went right back to work doing construction and roofing. But yeah, I got lucky, man. He wrote me in the movie and then wrote me in Mallrats. So.
Well, you're very funny, man. You're very funny in everything you do. So I mean, that's what you should be doing, something like that, obviously, and not roofing. Although I'm sure you're a fine roofer at one point, right? You were a lax roofer, right?
I was pretty good at it, but I tell you now, man, I can't imagine doing it for the last 20 years because it's hard work. So.
Especially on heroin.
So thank goodness.
Hey, good luck with the film, man. The tour sounds like a lot of fun. We'll check it out. Appreciate it. Take care of yourself.
Thank you very much, man. You guys have a good day.
See you,
Thanks
brother.
for your time, Jason. Jason Mewes.
Yeah, I think roofing and heroin wouldn't go together at all.
Jay and Silent Bob's super groovy cartoon movie. All right, Santa Barbara.
Clerks makes me laugh so hard.
It's such a good movie. April 29th. Kansas City, May 17th.
Yep. And
Chicago, May 19th. I realize those aren't exactly, inside the empire. But a little road trip.
No, not that far.
Yeah. L.A., San Francisco on May 2 and May 5.